Hello everyone and welcome to the Snowflake Intelligence demo. My name is Sebastian, I'm a cloud data engineer at adesso, which is a Snowflake Elite partner and intelligence launch partner. We bring many years of project experience in implementing modern data and AI platforms. With our expertise in Snowflake Intelligence, we enable AI-powered data experience that are simple, scalable, and ready for the future. Maybe you know me from my last video on OpenFlow. Today we are looking at something completely new. In this demo, I will show you how Snowflake Intelligence allows us to combine structured data, unstructured documents, and the built-in Cortex AI capabilities to deliver intelligent, context-aware answers including charts, summaries, and deep insights. But first, let's look at this high-level overview. It shows the basic components of intelligence. The basis is formed by agents, which plan and execute complex tasks using various tools. For our demo, we built a product and process knowledge agent, the P&P agent. It uses the Cortex Analyst as a tool, structured product and process data from tables, as well as the Cortex Search Service and PDS containing compliance and sustainability guidelines. We have also added a custom tool that executes a Snowflake function to send emails. Really cool stuff. And I'm excited to show you how this agent works in action. So let's jump straight to Snow's site. I'm now in the AI and ML section under Agents. Here you have an overview of all intelligence agents, including our P&P agent. You also have the option of custom settings. Let's look into it. For example, you can define your own display name for your brand or write a welcome message to be displayed to the user. Under Custom Appearance, you can make graphical changes. You can select a new color theme or even upload your own logo. This is a great way to design your own chatbot UI. So I will not show you step by step how we created each individual service and agent, as there are wonderful Snowflake hands-on guides and a detailed step-by-step guide in the Snowflake documentation. But I would like to show you what we configured and why, to give you a kind of template for your own use. When I click on the agent, we get to this overview of our agent. You can see the name, the display name, and I defined a short description, which is only for the users and provides general context. So let's not waste too much time here and move on to the next step. The first important point, which can be very helpful, is to set rules for how the agent should sound and respond to the users. For example, I wrote, please respond in a clear, concise, and professional tone, perfect for our customers. Whenever it's helpful and supported, generate a chart, and so on. I highly recommend this, it clearly improves the chat experience. Then we have the three tools I mentioned in the high-level overview at the beginning. First, I added the Cortex Analyst, and as you can see, a really detailed description of the underlying data. But don't worry, Snowflake offers a truly innovative feature here. If I go to Edit, and then to Tools, I can show you that I did not write this description by myself. You can generate a complete, very detailed description to guide the agent via Cortex AI. It automatically analyzes the tables, the columns, and the data to create a good list. The only thing I added myself is this final sentence with a summary of when the agent should use this tool. Then you can select the warehouse to be used and set a query timeout to protect against long query execution and save costs. So the same applies to the Cortex Search Service, so it's not too difficult. The settings for the custom tool are slightly different. So let's take a quick look at those as well. The type is either a procedure or a function. Up to this point, it's almost identical to the other settings. And again, I generate again this description using Cortex AI. What is added here are parameters that can be passed to the function. My send mail procedure has three input parameters: the actual message of the email as the body, the recipient email addresses, which could also be an array, and the subject of the email. The last two parameters are optional, and the description states that if they are empty, a default value will be set. In this case, the user's default email addresses. The same applies to the subject. The only required one is the body to ensure that no empty emails are sent. And I defined that I want to use HTML syntax for this. So that's all to using these tools efficiently. The last important point about agent is the topic of orchestration. Here we define how the agent reasons through tasks, chooses the right tools, and sequences actions. You can choose a specific model in the settings if you want, but I don't know if there are any significant differences, so I will let Snowflake decide which model is the best choice. In this description, it is again important to tell the agent exactly when to execute which tool and to access either structured or unstructured data. If you want, you can pause this video at this point to read these instructions carefully. So after several deployments and tests, I can tell you that these configurations work really well and deliver great results. Feel free to use them as a template for your own agent if you like and try them out of yourself. But enough theory. Let's move on to the Snowflake Intelligence and see this agent in action. By clicking here, you will be taken to the Intelligence UI, where you can start chatting right away. You have the option to upload files, select the current agent, and select the source, for example, the tool we created. But I would recommend leaving it on auto select as a rule. So the first thing I want to know is how many products were produced in each year and which year shows the highest production volume. The agent starts directly analyzing my request, planning the next steps, including intermediate steps, and finally providing a result as a text. Before we get to the result, you can view the entire tour process here. We see how the agent responds to the request, which tool it chooses to obtain the data and answer the question. And finally, it then generates a SQL query and executes on the data stored in Snowflake. Then it considers further steps. Should I visualize it? Yes. Because we said in the response instructions, please visualize every answer if it's helpful and possible. Now we see the total products produced by year, and 2023 was the year with the highest production. He also created a graph which I can copy directly or download as an image and integrate it directly into dashboards. Here we have also a structured table view, which can also be downloaded as a CSV file. Below the chart, our response instruction now provide us with very helpful summary with an interpretation from the agent itself. On the one hand, it says that the production volume is declining from year to year and notes that the data for 2025 is not yet complete, as it's only November. Really cool. Okay, let's ask one last question. This time, I'm going back to the example questions and want to know, did we meet the 2024 CO2 reduction target compared to the 2023 one baseline? And by how much did we over or undershoot this target? To answer this question, the agent must use both tools because we need the structured and the unstructured data from the PDFs. Let's see if he can do it. So if he's done, let's take a first look at the details again. And as you can see, he analyzes the request and decides to first search for the reduction goals in the documents. Now that he has found them, he realizes that he needs the current emission data for comparison and using the analyst tool. Then he generates the SQL for the structured data again, gets the data, and decides to visualize the result. We have also hyperlinks for the documents now. The quick answer that we have achieved is the reduction target for 2024 and a detailed list of the values. The performance summary gives us another perfect overview of the result, and finally the graphic and the final interpretation. Wow! I'm so happy with the results that I would like to have them sent directly to me by email. So for this reason, I write, hey, please send me a complete overview of these results with the performance summary to my email address. To conclude this demo, I would like to show you how you can send emails directly via chat, which I think is a cool way to send the results to the right people. So now he's a bit thinking, and yeah, finally he is done and sent an answer that he sent this email successfully and what the email includes. So now I received the email, and yeah, as you can see, it includes the CO2 reduction target performance summary for the year 2024. We have some information such as the requirements of the policy target. We have also a structured answer, so a structured table of each emission data and what we received. We have also the key performance indicator and a final conclusion by the agent. So this email could really be a base for a report, and I think it's really cool. Thanks for watching this demo. I hope you enjoyed it and that the video helps you to set up Snowflake Intelligence yourself. Intelligence is now generally available, so get in touch with it on Snow site or visit the Snowflake documentation. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and don't forget to like this video.